What's good, y'all? Stilo here. So, on these little segments, on these small little videos, I want to, because I have a lot of ideas that I just sit and ponder about. And when I get fixated on an idea, I don't stop thinking about it until I've came to a conclusion. And I think this topic is very important because this is one of the common misconceptions that we have in the artist world or people have, period. And this is titled, You're Not an Artist, You're Just Lazy. See, throughout history, the prominent understanding of what an artist is one who is gifted with the desire and the talent of creating works of art, may that be visually or audibly. A secondary understanding is that, for the most part, art and business are kept separate and are managed by separate entities, and that mixing the two will make one of them suffer, which is to say, if you put artist in a business role, then the business will suffer, and you put business people in the artist role, the art will suffer. Which leads me to a very common idea that people have, which is you can either have a creative brain or you can have a business brain, but you can't have both. You can't have you got to have one or the other. But what if I told you that all of that shit was a lie, and that this myth, this idea has only been presented to us to control us, to make sure that the money men, the investors, are able to take advantage of the artist. So they tell them like, hey, you just focus on the art and I'll focus on the business. But why? Why do you have to do one or the other? See, I don't believe you have to do one or the other. And I know that you don't believe that you have to do one or the other. You already know that the success of your art depends solely upon the amount of work that you put into it in order for it to be seen, in order for it to be or in order for your art to be receptive by the public. See, many of you, like I said in the beginning, think that just because you like to sit there and create beats, you like to sit there and create songs or sit there and draw, and you have the desire to do that all the time, that makes you an artist. But to me, that just makes you lazy. Let me break this down a little bit. See, most artists live their lives as introverts. Somewhere along in our lives, we become to ourselves as introverts. It can be caused by trauma. It could be caused by your environment. It could be caused by you taking on the traits of your parents. Your parents may not have been the most extroverted, the most outgoing, and in result that reflects upon you. But whatever it is, right? None of that matters because we have a choice. We can train ourselves to be more extroverted. We can train ourselves in order to be able to do the things that we need to do in order to get to the heights that we want to get to as an artist. I'll give you a small story. See, I think this was back in 2013. Me and Nigel were at a party and we were in the backyard. The music was loud. We was having a good time, but I saw the DJ there and I asked Nigel, I was like, could you go up to the DJ and, get his contact information? Because, I was doing music at the time and I wanted to network with the DJ. And I don't remember whether he went up there or not, but I just remember me being scared to go up to a DJ and introducing myself and exchanging contact information. Like when I think about it nowadays, it's crazy because like that'll be like the easiest thing. I would probably actually enjoy going up to a DJ and introducing myself because I'm confident now. And I put myself in those positions to learn that trait, to learn that skill in order to be able to talk to whoever I need to be able to talk to. And I only did it because I knew that I had to do it. And I knew that no one else was going to do it for me. Nigel, I couldn't rely on Nigel to do it for me. I couldn't rely on some manager. I couldn't rely on anybody but myself to get my career off the ground and get my career exactly where I wanted it to be. See, if you're not comfortable, and I think that's what stops a lot of artists. We're not comfortable being social. We're not comfortable at the round table negotiating. We're not comfortable marketing ourselves. It's not because we are artists, it's that we haven't learned the skill of being social. So if you want to learn the skill of being social, I suggest that you find a coach. And your coach could be your friend that's really extroverted, your friend that's a people person. You can ask them, you can say, hey, I want to go out with you and I want you to force me to talk to people. I want you to force me to get out there. Don't show me any mercy. And through that force, even though you may be scared in the beginning, with the repetition, it'll get easier and easier and easier to lift that mental weight. Same way as if you were going to a gym and you had a trainer at a gym. Your trainer is going to force you to do those workouts, force you to do those exercises. But the more and more you do it, the easier it's going to become. So I say that to say, let's stop with this idea of you either have to have a business brain or you have an artist brain. No, the artist brain is just not trained on doing the things that the business people do. And that's all it is. So let's stop using that excuse. Let's train ourselves to get more out there. It's 2025. We have so many resources in order to market our music ourselves, in order to network ourselves. Let's just do it. Let's stop with that misconception. If you don't, now that you know this and you don't do it, you're not an artist. You're just lazy. And I'll end with that. Let's get to it. Peace.